Visionaries, hello and welcome to Doodle Vision. So today will be a little bit of a crossover, kind of, between Doodle Vision and my other series, which is Geek Out Gaming. For my Geek Out Gaming series, I just finished a playthrough of a game called Another Metroid 2 Remake, which is a fan-made remake of a classic Nintendo game. While wearing my Metroid beanie. Hold on, it's crooked. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Perfection. So basically, what I'm drawing today is myself in the Justin Bailey outfit, which is basically the original Zero Suit Samus from the original Metroid. And with that being said, I like to point out that here at Geek Vision Productions, we are an ally of the LGBTQ plus community, and we are trans friendly. So with that, welcome and enjoy. Okay, minor hiccup as tends to be the case. So let's first start by drawing a little sketchy gesture. How do I want myself to be posed? I don't know. First, here's my head. You know me, I like to start strong with these circles. There. That's my head. Anyway. And I'm going to actually draw the Metroid beanie, but on a separate layer, in case I want to remove it. Maybe replace it with the actual Samus helmet. That kind of thing. So I'm going to try to, as I draw... Look at my hair. Tell you a little bit about Metroid and the Justin Bailey code and how that came to be, because I actually watched a video, and I will put a link in the description, and real quick I will take a gander and tell you who did the video so I can give that person credit. YouTuber Wang, W-H-A-N-G exclamation mark, does a great video about Justin Bailey. It is titled Metroid, Who Was Justin Bailey? Gaming Mysteries. So that explains it a little bit, because people are like, where did that name come from for that to be a code? Like, how does that even make sense? And basically the idea is that it was just, it was random. Like, Nintendo didn't program it that way. They just programmed the password code to generate random things with random inputs, and it was consistent. If you found something that did something, I'm not very technical when it comes to coding, but basically somebody just randomly entered the name Justin Bailey. It was probably somebody named Justin Bailey, just randomly entered it. It worked. And then word got around. So, there we have it. Alright, off to a great start. Look at that. It's me in all of my glory. Can't you tell? There. I am very familiar with drawing myself. As I feel many artists are and should be. You know, if you can't draw yourself, then how do you expect to draw other people, I guess, or something. I don't know. So, I really, really like doing gender-bent costumes, so maybe I will show you a couple of my previous costumes. I was Jessica Rabbit a few years ago, and that was pretty fantastic. And then I was Bowsette a couple of years ago, and that turned some heads. And so now I really want to be Justin Bailey, Zero Suit Samus. And I just have to... I've got the arm cannon. I just need the fuchsia leotard, basically, and I guess some green boots or something, or pink boots. I've got my references. I know. Before I start doing too much with my actual face, let's do this. I want it to be kind of like a sliding action shot or something. The arm cannon's always on the right hand, so almost like a... I guess it's almost like Michelangelo's creation is what I'm going for. That wasn't even on purpose, but we'll go with it. There. There. Whole forearm will be an arm cannon. Yeah. Here. That's my pelvis. Get a good look. Oh my. So I want one leg doing that, one leg doing this. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for, I think. Right? It all makes sense. You know what I'm doing? I'm a professional artist. I don't know. Maybe we'll have this arm cannon up. Like, let's have that, and that, and that. Very technical terms for what I'm doing here. We're doing that, that, and that. There's a hand. Ah, that's a very defined arm cannon. I don't know, I think I still like the idea of having that leg doing that, and that leg doing that. There, that's looking a little better, I think. So maybe this, maybe the arm cannon should be more straightened out. Still don't know what this arm is doing. I know. I've got it. Because I want the expression to be kinda silly. There we go. There's an arm cannon. Get a good look. Just kind of drawing a generic. Is this even what I'm going for? Sure, why not? It works. Maybe if I drew something more on my face than just this. Because, like, I kind of want my eyes to be all... Yeah, big old derpy smile. Gotta have my tooth gap. That way you really know it's me. I don't know what I'm doing there. Whee! That's what that expression suggests. Mustache. That's totally the vibe right there. Yep. I'm here for it. Something like that. Yeah, that works for me. Now it kind of makes more sense. Should I be holding something in this hand or just... I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. Clearly, I didn't think very far ahead on this at all. Oh my god. Alright, so I had to take 5 because I realized halfway through my drawing, and the drawing was starting to go somewhere, that my camera stopped recording at a certain point, I think when I was trying to rework my settings with my tablet. It's fine, the joys and pains of being self-produced. So, I don't think the camera itself recorded for a while, but that's okay. Picking up where we left off, at least the drawing portion was recording, so, you know, small victories, I suppose. Alright, so here we are. Me in all of my glory, in this, whatever this pose is supposed to be. This is what you guys came here for, right? Surely it is. Let's do something with the hair. Let's make the hair go places. Like hair does. If you have long hair, you know what I mean. Or if you live with somebody with long hair, you know what I mean. Anyway. Yeah, hair. And that, sort of cracked out expression. But that's how I felt when I beat the game. Okay, so the unitard is... It's got long sleeves. And I've actually looked up some to find one for myself to wear. I am not disappointed in the results. I just haven't committed to ordering one yet. But I want one that's kind of metallic, because why not? Might as well. So yeah. And the ones that I found, well, I found a variety, but I know the true, like, Justin Bailey, the true original Metroid Samus suit it's one piece with like the bikini type bottom. Words, man. Basically, you'll see with the finished, fully rendered version. You'll see what I'm trying to say. But I guess the idea is that this was what she wore under her power suit. And of course, you know, the reveal of Samus as a woman was a huge deal back in 1989 or whatever year that was. It's not a big deal now, but it was then. And it was like sort of a surprise, like a mystery. Like no one really knew. I need to figure out what this hand is doing. What is this hand doing? It's all like, It's my thumb if my hand were like this. Yes, whenever I'm drawing my hands, I have to look at my hands and then also like figure out how they would look in relation to, so like the thumb, if it's over here, there we go. Nope, it would be more like this. I'm thinking about this way too hard, can't you tell? Yeah, that. Something like a ta-da! Because that's kind of what this pose suggests. It's very much a ta-da pose. I'm on the right track here. I'm getting it. That helps. I'm drawing the little palm line, I guess. I feel like the pinky needs to do something a little different. Oh, keep the palm line. I'm good at hands. In case you weren't sure, that's a thing. A lot of artists struggle with drawing the hands, and as for me, I am good at hands. Hands are a strength of mine. What, you don't believe me? I tell you they are. I think really I've pretty much succeeded at the the sketchy outline other than this hand, other than figuring out what the this hand is doing. What the f*** is this hand doing? I don't know. The fingies just get more and more exaggerated as I go. That's a hand. That is a hand. Told you I'm good at hands. You didn't believe me? I might rethink whatever the f*** it is that I did there. But, that's a start. There, let's, I don't know. Actually, let's undo. Let's, chop off the fingers. Sounds like a terrible idea. Normally that would make me cringe. So I think on another layer, I am going to select this and kind of make the Metroid hat. So, people in my life know that whenever it gets even a little bit cold, and cold can be relative, so I'm from the north, but I live in the south, and I don't like the cold. Oh my god, why am I struggling with this? And I like to wear warm hats to keep my ears warm, to keep the cold air out of them. I'm really struggling with just trying to... Here, let me move away from that. So anyway, the Metroid beanie comes out frequently to protect my ears. Yeah. I want to try to, make it distinct. Or distinct? I want to somehow distinguish that the Metroid on my head is a hat and not an actual Metroid. I think I can easily convey that. Yes, now we're on to something. I think I like it even better that these things are in front of... Ah, no, it was in a good placement. There we go. Sorry for the minor freak out. Yay. Yes, this is more than I could have hoped for. This makes life worth living. This drawing. Well, you know, things coming together, especially after some technical hiccups. Let's start with a nice, crisp outline. This is the part that I love, where that nice, crisp outline starts to come together and really make it, like, feel polished. Yeah, arm cannon. I've definitely drawn Samus a couple of times, but it doesn't mean that I just have, like, the pieces of her arm cannon memorized in my brain. You know? It'll be worth it once it all comes together. And of course, you know, a big part of Doodle Vision is to be kinda silly. So I hope that you are enjoying the silliness of today's episode. I think I'm looking at too many references at once, and it's jarring my brain a little bit. It's fine, though. I've got this. I know what I'm doing. I'm a pro artist, after all. Yeah, something like that'll do. And then... lights. Where else should lights be? Ooh, that's a very lit cannon. That arm cannon is lit! Sorry. I don't know what my damage is half the time. Something like that, I suppose. I think that's okay. I think I want... The arm cannon's looking good. Now that I've spent way too much time on it, it's fine. Alright. Oh yeah, I still want that to be on a separate layer, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll just draw my hair in a way that will somewhat confine it into where the Metroid hat lies. Now, I'm aware that my hair isn't quite that voluptuous and voluminous. It's close, but it's not quite there. But you know, gotta exaggerate for the sake of the funny drawing. You know, you've gotta exaggerate. That's obscene. Maybe I should censor that. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. You know, you gotta okay, that's too far. That's fine. People get the idea. I don't have to be too over the top there. This is the part where I run out of things to say, and I just concentrate super hard on making it a mostly pleasant drawing. Nothing wrong with that. We've had our laughs, now it's time to get serious. Seriously silly. I don't know, man. Now when I realized that my camera had not been recording for like, I don't know, 15 minutes, give or take, I was really close to just saying fuck it and not finishing the recording. But I'm glad that I did. You know, I think it was important to kind of take 5, breathe for a moment, have myself a sip of coffee. And then come back to it. That face. That face. It's just like... I think. Was that the face? Was that it? Or maybe it's more... Oh, right. I get to sort of freehand the fingers, so to speak. Sorry. That's enough out of me. Yeah. That's something. There. Well, nah, it's fine. That's fine like that. Let's draw a couple of waves in the hair. I like to insist that my hair is the envy of all, even in drawing form. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, the eyeball. Yeah. Oh no, that made it look too much like boobies. Kind of. Oh my. Oh. Oh. I know what these eyeballs need. They need to be slightly bloodshot, with the veins curling around them. Yeah, that's good. That's better. Oh man. Once again, I must ask myself, what is my damage? This is a fine face. Maybe before I put the mustache in like that, I will work on this big old dopey smile. It's the tooth gap that really enhances it, you know? Yeah, put a couple of whiskers. Make the mustache and beard all one entity. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, it's a masterpiece already. Haven't even finished it. Okay, real quick, I am gonna make them there. Make them. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I've outdone myself. Yep. Definitely outdone myself this time around. I feel like the extreme bloodshot eyes really kind of showcase my Ren and Stimpy influence. Not like the eyes that are actually in my face, but the eyes that I draw. Like the ones in the Doodle Vision logo. Oh my god. It's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. Let's make this disappear for a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, forgot part of my leg. Oh, man, would you look at that? Yep. It's fantastic. Really outdone myself this time. I really have. Way to go, me. What about this hand? What do I do with this hand? Still struggling to figure that one out. Yeah. Spread those fingies. That's better. That's a thing. That's fine. I can dig that. I've never wanted to kiss myself more than I do in this moment. All because of... Yes. That's what does it for me. Oh, man. Okay. Let's add a little bit more. A couple more. Alright, real quick, let's put that Metroid hat back on. And let's draw it on a different layer. So I'm actually going to make that layer disappear for now to make it a little easier to read. I'm going to do that. What's fun when I wear this hat in public and, people don't know what Metroid is, and they inquire of my hat. It's just sort of interesting. Like, sometimes people try to guess what it is, or they'll ask, and I'll tell them, it's a Metroid, or it's from Metroid, and they just have no idea, which is fine. I don't really expect everyone, or most people, to know about such things. It's just kind of funny. It's interesting that that's a thing that happens. Does that sort of make it look like it's something that's crocheted? I think so. I'm overthinking this a little too much now. It'll make more sense once I add colors and have the fully rendered version. Because what I will do is save them as separate layers and make it to where that just plops right on and you can't see the outline of that through it. God. I was not prepared. Oh my. I don't know. Should I add anything more to the boots? I think they're fine. They get the point across. Maybe I should add, like... Okay, so like some little shade lines. Ooh, one thing I do want to do. It's on the arm cannon side, though. I have a tattoo of a Metroid larva, of the Metroid hatchling in its little container jar. The one that you see at the beginning of Super Metroid. I have that tattooed right there, so... But I'm not going to worry about that for this. It's fine. All right. Look at that thing of beauty and grace. Oh my god, this might be one of the best things I've ever drawn in my entire life. I'll probably say that about most of these atrocities that I create on this show, but here we have it. Me in the original Zero Suit Samus Justin Bailey unitard, complete with arm cannon and Metroid beanie. So be sure to look for it if you follow the Geek Vision Productions YouTube channel and you enjoy Doodle Vision. I encourage you to give Geek Out Gaming a try. You might be surprised how much fun it is. And be on the lookout for this image in some of the title cards. So I think that wraps up Doodle Vision this week. And I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Don't forget the obligatory memo of like, comment, subscribe, help my channel grow, and I appreciate all of you. I look forward to seeing you the next time. How do I explain this?